What is going on, people? It is your boy Sven D coming at you guys with some enthusiasm for a change. It's been a little while since I came at you with some enthusiasm, and a lot of that's been due to the fact that, I just haven't really been able to get into it, but we've been through this. I'm here to talk to you about Machinima, and this isn't like a hate video. It's actually some pretty interesting stuff, and anybody that's gonna get caught up in the whole, you're in Yaush, why would you support or say good things about Machinima, any of that bullshit, just leave right now. I actually just stumbled across some pretty crazy information. I found out a lot of stuff that I did not know, and a lot of that's due to the fact that I kind of been doing my own thing, living life. There's a life outside of YouTube, believe it or not, people. I actually just figured that out 6 or 7 months ago. But Machinima had $35 million invested into the company by a group of investors, and I guess these investors are very closely tied to Google, if not they're a part of Google. $35 million, people. So these dudes started up a website, alright, a YouTube channel 8 years ago, and they just got $35 million invested into them. It's very impressive, and really shows you the kind of stuff that YouTube has to offer to you if you're really willing to put in the legwork. They started with a small group of guys posting gameplay commentaries from any kind of games you can imagine, and it's pretty interesting stuff. Now, I also saw that they have 180 people staffed at their headquarters in Los Angeles, and they have 4,500 channels. So they have 4,500 commentators that are contracted with Machinima. Now, I do not know those numbers for Yaush. I really couldn't find them anywhere. I actually tried finding them, but I couldn't. But I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near that. Now, a lot of this ties into a lot of stuff I've been talking about and thinking about lately. It's mind-boggling to see that Machinima is attracting 1.9 billion views. Alright, that's how many views they got in June alone. They almost pulled 2 billion views in June. And I don't know what happened, if it's YouTube problems, or if YouTube's just, with how big Google is investing into Machinima now, maybe they're just giving Machinima all the FaceTime and kind of telling everyone else to go blow themselves. But it's like, I see channels like Yaush it really doesn't get that many views. I mean, Minnesota Burns, the premier director for Yaush, if you want to call him that, gets more views than all of Yaush, if I'm not mistaken. That's nothing confirmed. I'm just saying, when I go and I browse YouTube and I see the number of views videos are getting, Yaush really just doesn't get anything. I mean, and it's just like every other channel. It's like the Wings and the Woodies and stuff like that. Those guys get a lot of views, but it's nothing compared to what they were getting, and it's really mind-boggling. But it's crazy to see that they pull that many views, and that Machinima was really about to make huge groundbreaking achievements, I guess you could call them. It's really impressive. But this also ties into something else that I've been talking about lately. I did a video a little while back called YouTube Partnerships, No Talent Required, and the whole purpose of that video was dealing with the fact that anyone on YouTube can get a partnership now through a company such as Yaush, Machinima, Game Station, etc. And my whole focus on that video was pretty much by stating the obvious, that you don't have to put hard work into the quality, or really, you don't have to put hard work into your content anymore. You don't. And it's something that's kind of disappointing, because it takes away the whole prestige factor of having a YouTube partnership. I mean, really, it doesn't even have to be YouTube partnerships. When you take something that's very hard to get and very few people have, there's a lot of prestige tied to that. There's a lot of that wow factor tied to that. Like, wow, this guy has a YouTube partnership. And that's what it was like a few years ago, but now it's like, it almost seems like I come across more channels that are partnered than aren't partnered. And most of these channels, they don't have a following, they don't do anything original, they don't do anything creative whatsoever. And I know for a fact, if I was a company, that is exactly what I would be looking for. However, with Machinima really leading the game by a very large margin, it's like, you know, they even do it themselves, but it's like these companies nowadays, they are going all about quality or quantity over quality. You know, the more channels they have as a part of their networks, the more money they're going to make. And, you know, people can go and say, oh, well, they don't care about that. All they want is the gaming. And, you know, maybe some of the higher up directors and stuff, you know, maybe they do want what's better for the community. But when it comes down to it, those guys that are sitting in the office every day or at home that run these companies, they're trying to do what they can to make the most money for their companies. And it's like, to see this happen for Machinima is amazing. It is something that I'm absolutely thrilled to see. I mean, I'm happy. That's awesome. That's awesome for anybody that's a gameplay commentator. Like, people, these guys are getting involved with major companies. I don't even know how else to put it. I mean, all right. Other partners who have worked with Machinima include Motorola, Lionsgate Entertainment. And it's just like, you see those two names, and it's like, holy shit, Lionsgate Entertainment and Motorola. And then you got Google involved, who's one of the biggest companies, if not the biggest company in the world. It's like, these guys are really putting in some legwork, and I can really say, Machinima, kudos to you. You guys have done a lot of great things for the community, and you guys have done a lot of good for yourself, obviously. And it's like, you know, it's almost like a double-edged sword. Alright, these guys, their goal as a company is to make more money. Their goal as, you know, a YouTube channel is to bring you guys entertaining content. But it seems like in order for them to make more money, they got to pump out more videos. You know, when you push people to pump out more videos, the lower quality those videos are going to be. And the one thing I don't get is that you have these smaller companies, without naming any, that are trying to catch up to them. So they're like, let's skip the whole publishing, you know, quality content part and just try to jump right into making shit tons of money. And it's like they cannot garner the viewership that Machinima has without having those quality type videos. And, you know, that's not going to say that any of these companies are putting out shit videos non-stop, because they're not. I see a lot of good videos from GameStage. I don't even know. I haven't watched anything from GameStation in a while. God knows if they're even around anymore. You know, Yaush, TGN. I see some of those guys I used to talk to from VidThru still putting out good videos and stuff like that. And it's really cool to see. But it's like, if you want to be successful and you want to recreate the success that Machinima has, you gotta go, you gotta take those baby steps. It's not gonna come overnight. You really gotta take those baby steps, and that means, you know, maybe taking a step back, and instead of trying to put out as many videos as you can, try to encourage your directors to put out the highest quality videos possible. That's what I would do. I mean, I got a 4-year business degree, so it's not like I'm some fucking idiot Goomba talking about something he has no idea about. I mean, I do know how a formula works in order to have a successful business, and I have no doubt in my mind, mark my words, I could take over any small company that is trying to make it on YouTube right now and maybe try to take a step towards becoming, you know, not just a company based on gaming, but media entertainment altogether. I could take any single one of those. You give me a year tops, I will have that bitch at least tripled or quadrupled in size. I promise you that. That is not, you know, me bragging or anything like that. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that could too, but it's like, I don't think it's the fact that people don't know what they need to do to be successful. I think it's more or less the fact that people don't want to put in the hard work and the long nights and all the legwork you need to be successful. And I think that's where the real problem lies. I think you're going to see these people scooping up, you know, more and more directors, as many as they can. You know, hey, you put out shit videos, well, I'm going to be able to make money off those videos, so welcome to so-and-so company. And it's a shame, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, really, what are we going to do? Who are we? We're individual channels out there, and, you know, we don't really have a voice in any of this. Now, I mean, that's for now. I have faith that somebody is going to come around, and they aren't going to try to follow in Machinima's footsteps and try to follow, you know, try to take Machinima's destiny and apply it to themselves, but they're going to create their own destiny, if that makes any sense. And I think that somebody's going to come around. You know, maybe it'll be me, maybe it'll be Joe Schmo, maybe it'll be fucking this guy, I don't know. I think the one dude, Athene, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. He seems to have his head on straight, and that is one guy I can say really gives a shit about the community and the other channels. Like, the stuff this guy does is what all those companies used to do. It's what all those directors used to do, but it's something you don't see anymore. Everyone is so out for their own self-gain that they not only try to avoid helping anyone else and helping anyone else achieve success, but they try to do what they can to bury those fucking people. Like, YouTube is brutal, guys. It is brutal. Don't get that mistaken. Don't get that wrong. Don't believe anything else. Like, it is brutal. I'm telling you, like, if it's something you could really give two shits about and you just want to post some videos on the internet, maybe make a couple of friends, fucking do it. You know, don't listen to anyone's, you know, do it, because a lot of these people, they don't do it for a, I'm not going to say for fun, but they don't do it for a hobby or anything like that. Like, they don't do it for the pure entertainment of, you know, editing videos or, you know, getting feedback from the viewers and stuff like that. I've come across very few people that do that. It's all about, it's not about so much, you know, what can I do to blow these people's minds away. It's more or less about what can I do that's going to gain me the highest number of subscribers in the shortest period of time. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, that's why you got people that'll fucking go out of their way and do everything possible to get games early and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, people. I mean, it's a business, but it's a business I don't think a lot of people are prepared for. If you are not familiar with, you know, a business environment or quote-unquote the business world, it's brutal. You're going to get stepped on, you're going to get dicked over, you're going to get stabbed in the back, and it is what it is. It really is what it is. You know, I should have asked Whack if I could call this brutal truth, because that dude, he is on some other shit. Like, that dude, he's a very real dude. He will tell you how it is, and that's something that I can really respect. And, like, you know, he's one of those few guys out there that will tell you how it is. They're not going to bullshit you. When it comes to them, you know, you get what you see, you get what you hear. If you don't like it, sorry, thank you, come again. That's pretty much all it is for him. And then, you know, those are the kind of guys that I can respect. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. I'll link that article in the description. And I'm telling you, if you're a 14-year-old kid that, you know, loves YouTube, loves gaming, and you want to do something with it, don't try to just start up a YouTube channel, become part of these networks. Get smart, learn as much as you can about business. Get a notebook and just write down hundreds of ideas. And when the time comes, start your own company and emphasize quality content. By that time, YouTube's probably not even going to be around. There's going to be the next best thing. Like, you know, you had MySpace, now you have Facebook. It's going to be the same thing. Something bigger and better is eventually going to come around. And everyone that's putting all their eggs into one basket, they're going to lose out pretty bad. Just saying. But, you know, seriously, for you younger guys out there, take that piece of advice. Do great things in life. Don't try to be part of something else necessarily. Try to do your own thing. Try to be the boss yourself. Don't, you know, if this makes any sense at all, just try to make sense of it, because I'm just blabbering on. But anyways, people, it's your boy Sven D. I'm out. Much love to the Sven D army. Be coming at you guys in a couple of days with another video. Peace!